Hey loves, this is Bobby and I'm here with another video. And this is going to be a tag video, which is for the end of the year book tag. I will link the original video down below. I've kind of just been watching other people's right now, and I'm not quite sure who the original person is for this. So once I find out, I will link it. Here's a series of questions though to kind of finish off how you want to finish off your year and maybe start your new year. So let's get into this. I'm very excited for it. The first question is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish before the end of the year? Yes, I have two of them. The first was one that I actually started the year before, and I kind of picked it back up this year and then I put it back down, and that was at the beginning of the year, and that is The Toll by Neil Shusterman. I absolutely love this series. Scythe is amazing, but Thunderhead, which is the second book in the series, absolutely blew me away. I was dying for this one. I pre-ordered it as soon as I got my copy. I started it and kind of put it down because I just wasn't ready for the series to end. I picked it up again this year. I got a little farther in. I'm about 130 pages into this. I just haven't picked it back up. I try and stay away from reviews and stuff or any kind of spoilers. I haven't been spoiled, but when it came to reviews, there was a lot. It's kind of a really popular book, so a lot of people said it just didn't live up to the way they wanted the series to end, so it kind of kept putting it to the back burner. Next thing I know is the end of the year and I still hadn't finished it. I really want to finish this though before the end of the year. I want to prioritize it as soon as I finish this month's TBR, which I'm almost done with. So it is on the top of, holy crap, Bobby, what the hell are you doing? Get to this book and finish it. So yes, the next one is one that I actually just started, but I don't know if I will finish it for the end of the year. It's my goal to, because I really want to, and that is Ready Player 2 by Ernest Klein. This is the second book, the sequel to Ready Player 1. I absolutely love Ready Player 1. It's one of my favorite books. I've read it multiple times. I just reread it back in November. So I reread it to get prepared for this one. I wanted the paperback, so I did pre-order it, but it took a little longer to get to it. So I am just under halfway there. We've barely gotten to the actual plot, so I'm kind of struggling with this one because I'm just not liking it as much as the first one, and it's kind of killing me. But now that we're getting into the plot, I'm really getting into this one. I am doing this one physically, not audiobook, so I only kind of read it to and from work or maybe on my breaks, but I'm just not connecting with it as much as I did the first one, so it is kind of slowly going through it, but I do want to finish it. I'm hopefully going to finish it because this actually leads up to the next question, which is, do you have any books that you want to transition or that you might transition into the end of the year? I like to start my year fresh, so I really want to finish this before the new year because like I said, I do not like to carry over books to the new year. I like to just kind of end it, as well as, so my Goodreads goal I have that year is that year. So hopefully I can, but I don't know. So there you go. That was the second question as well. For the third question is there any new releases that you're still waiting for? As of 2020 releases, no. The last book I was waiting for was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, but I've already finished it. I loved it. It was wonderful. It was definitely worth the wait, but I haven't really kept up too much on the newest releases. I'm not sure if there was anything else really coming out in December. If there is anything you're looking forward to, definitely let me know what they are, because I have just been so into all of my books that I already own and everything. I'm trying to just finish as many as I can that I haven't really kept up with the newest releases. The next one that I am waiting for though is the final book in the Wayward Children series by Sean McGuire, which will be the last book, and that was one of my favorite series of the year, so I am definitely pumped for that one. But that one comes out in January of 2021, so that is the only new release that I'm waiting for as of right now. But as of 2020, I don't have any left. So on to the next one is, what are books that you want to read before the end of the year? I have three. Obviously, The Toll. I really want to finish it before the end of the year. But the other ones that I want to is actually, one of these is on my TBR for December already, for the Reindeer Readathon, and that is The Priory of the Orange Tree, this by Samantha Shannon. This book was also in my mid-year book tag video that I have books I really want to get to for the end of the year while I'm at the end of the year, and I still haven't read it, but I'm going to be doing the audiobook for this one though, because I have time at work to listen to it, and this book terrifies me because of just how ginormous it is. I've read books that are the same length of it, but there's something about this one that just, I don't know. I just know that we have a sapphic romance and there are dragons. So, two things that I would love. So I'm excited for it. I am going to be getting to it though before the end of the year. Like I said, this is on my TBR for the readathon that I'm taking part in. So if I want to finish that readathon, I have to finish this. And I'm excited though. In the audiobook, I'm a little less nervous about it, but I've been reading quite a bit of like higher fantasy, and it's just like, I don't know. I got into Brandon Sanderson, so I should be able to do this one. I should have no problem doing this one, but we will see. The last one that I really want to get to is because I was doing a Dark Tower readathon. I kind of lost track because the fourth book really, I struggled with it and I DNF'd it for a while. I did end up finishing it, but I really wanted to finish the entire series before the end of the year, but that's not going to happen, and I'm not freaking out about it, but I still want to finish the series. So I'm on book 5 of the Dark Tower, and that is The Wolves of Kala by Stephen King. I really want to get to this before the end of the year. It's not a huge priority for me. More that goes to Priority of the Orange Tree. But I really want to get into this. I will do the audiobook for this one, but I struggled so much with the last one that I'm really nervous about keep going, but I want to finish. I do need to finish the series. I will be finishing it in the new year because there's still a few more books left. So there we go. On to the next question, which is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite of the year? Yes, I have 2 that I definitely think are going, like, have that title. I'm not sure if they'll actually surpass one of the favorite books I have this year, which I will be doing another video once I am done with this year. It'll be one of the first videos I upload of the new year, and it'll be like the top books that I loved from this year. But I am halfway through this one because I have the double edition of it, and that is The Way of the King by Brandon Sanderson. I have just finished part 1. I will be starting part 2 either today or tomorrow. But yeah, so this is a chunky boy, but I'm loving it so far. Like I said, I just finished the first half and it is amazing. I can't wait to get into. We've already established everything that's going on. We've established all the characters and we're moving forward, and I'm like ready for this. So Brandon Sanderson has become one of my favorite new authors, well, new to me authors. I have just recently got into his books. So I'm very excited for this and to kind of, I think it has a chance. It does have a chance of being one of the best. I'm not sure where these rank on like how the series, because there are multiple books in the series. I don't know what order everybody likes them in, but so far I'm really enjoying this. I'm really loving all the characters and everything. The next one though that has a definite title to it, because the second book, I was not okay as soon as I finished it. I don't actually have the third book physically, but I'll be doing the audiobook anyway. I do want to get it so I can have the whole series for my shelf, and that'll be the third book in the Nevernight Chronicles. The third book is Dark Dawn by J. Kristoff. The second book, I struggled with this one, but I ended up absolutely loving it. The second book was 5 stars. I thought it was phenomenal. Couldn't get enough of it. So this third one, my hopes are pretty high on it. Like, I can't wait to get to the third book. I don't know the plot of it at all. I don't want to know. I'm just excited to get into it. I need to. I just got the notification earlier today that my Libby hold for the audiobook has came in, so I've got to wait until I finish my current TBR to get to it, but I can't wait. I think I can throw it onto my TBR because there was one extra prompt that once I finish 100% I can assign it to, so it probably will, but I can't wait. I'm not okay. So, for the final question of this book tag, it is, have you already started making reading plans for 2021? Yes, I have. I've already picked my first readathon. I like to do multiple readathons, but I think I'm going to stick with just one because it is going to be the Pop C Culture readathon. This is a bingo style readathon and they have multiple boards. I haven't really looked into it. I know they just announced all the boards and everything, and these have to do with like 90s movies and stuff like that. 80s and 90s movies, I believe they are. I am super excited for this one. I had a friend show me some of them, but we've got like the Brat Pack, which is like Pretty in Pink and stuff, and then there's the Nightmare on Elm Street type of one. You know, there's different ones. I think there's 4 boards or so. I want to get as many as I can in, so I'll probably only be doing that one, but that is my first readathon that I want to do in the new year. The next plan that I have for the new year is I found out about this kind of reading challenge through Ashley of Movie and Books Girl. I will link her down below. She took part in a year-long readathon where you read books in alphabetical order, so each book has to correspond with a letter. I really love the idea of that. I read a lot of books this year, so I would finish pretty fast, so I kind of want to see how I can maybe do 2 to 3 books a month in order, but I do want to go in order, so A, B, C. Also, I found out that the word the does count. You have to count the as a T, so that actually kind of throws it for me a bit, but I'm very excited for this one. I think it's a cool challenge to kind of do for the year. The last thing that I want to do is something I've actually always wanted to do, but I am terrible at keeping up with. I actually got gifted this from a book swap partner, and I love the idea of it, and I'm going to do it. I'm like going to keep this where I can see it so I can stay on top of that, and that is a book journal. This is a book log. This has, I think, 100 spots to do. Yeah. And I really love the way this one is kind of broken down. You have the title, you choose what kind of style you did the book, all of it, your review. I really like this, how your ratings, inspiration tree is why did you read it. It inspired me to maybe visit somewhere. I really, really like this. I thought it was really freaking cool. So I've always wanted to do a book journal, but I'm terrible at keeping journals. So I'm excited for this one. Like, I can't wait to get into this. This is like one of my biggest priorities of the year that I'm going to do starting January 1st until December 31st of 2021. This is my goal. I am excited. And I can't draw or anything, so like the other kind of book journals kind of scare me because I'm not like super like, I can't do art and all that, and I know I won't stick with it. This I like because it's literally just writing it down. So there we go. But there we go. That wraps up the end of the year book tag. I hope you guys liked this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you've taken part in this, I would love to watch your video. If you have any books that you want to get to before the end of the year, I'd love to know. What are your plans for the new year? I would love to know all this. So don't forget to subscribe. As always, I'm Bobby, and happy reading.